Hey, it's Scott on Security. I'm Scott Beck, CEO of Beck Tech and co-star of the Amazon Prime documentary Cybercrime. The hits keep on hitting. Adobe released multiple different security updates and patches to a variety of their software. So if you happen to use Adobe products, make sure you get your software updated sooner than later to secure those holes in the software. And patching happens all the time. Across all the software, because basically what happens if you follow this through is I'm a software writer and I write my software and I put it out and people go and start to use it, but I do not know all the different ways that you're going to use that software or what other software you're going to use to try to integrate in impossible problems that come up with that. Nice analogy. I saw a picture with SpaceX when it just recently took off, and it showed what the spaceships of the 60s looked like, a little bit more simplified, but still very complicated in the space shuttle. And then they showed SpaceX, 2 touchscreens. And this is what basically the astronauts were using to fly to get out there. We're now down to 2 screens. And the reason I point this out is we've now moved to more lines of code to make things operate. All right, so when you're walking around with your phone, you've got more computing power inside your phone than NASA had to land a man on the moon. Windows, I think it was Windows XP, might have been Windows 7. When it came out, there was 4 million lines of code in that software. Now, you add on Microsoft Office because you want to have your email and a word processor and a spreadsheet, and now you put on your security software, and maybe you put on Zoom because you're going to do video calls. As you keep adding more software, those are other additional lines of code that have got to get into your computer system. And what the bad guys are doing is looking for mistakes inside that code, vulnerabilities that they can take advantage of. So when something is discovered, vendors will put out these patches, and it's very important that you update them. Why? Because let's say you're Adobe, like today, and you announce, hey, there's some security problems, we've put out some updates. Well, guess who else knows about these security updates now? The bad guys. And the bad guys go, ooh, so this is a problem? Well, now I'm just going to start taking a look and see, how can I take advantage of that problem? How can I get in, and what can I do using that vulnerability? Sad truth is, a lot of people are not going to update their software. We go back a couple of years when we had a specific version of ransomware that came out, and it spread, the name off the top of my head escapes me, but it spread across 150 countries, 200,000 computers plus in under 4 hours. It was the fastest we've ever seen a virus spread in the computer security world. It was just crazy. Worse, it took advantage of a vulnerability in Microsoft software that Microsoft had fixed 9 months before. The fix to the problem that the bad guys used to get in had been out for 9 months, but people hadn't updated their software, so the bad guys had a doorway to exploit and try to get in. This is why when I'm talking to my clients or prospects or out speaking on the seminar circuit, hopefully we can get back to doing those live again one day, when I'm out talking, it's very important that you keep your software updated to protect against those kind of exploits. Okay, on that note, it's warm where I'm at. It's time to head to the pool. Stay safe out there.